under the Florida law, the governor has the right to declare a state of emergency for the county. And under the state emergency plan, the emergency management person is in charge of everything. He's in charge of law enforcement, and he's in charge of everything, so he's the man. So I want to thank Jimmy back when we had emergencies that he didn't put me down in the air, dude, somewhere directing traffic.
With your hard hat and your flag.
Yeah, my hard hat. Because he was my boss man. Now, I was with Jimmy from the day he was hired right on through, and he's just the best in the world I ever worked with. And we went through a lot of tragedies while we were there. Thank you for what you did, Jimmy.
Thank you, Joe. I did want to say one thing. If you'll look around, this no one monkey runs the show. I don't care who he is or what he does. If Joe Peavy hadn't walked across the street in the fall of 1990 and tell me that Bernard Wilson was going to resign his position as civil defense director, and I would probably be interested in doing the job, I'd have never even known about it. When I found out, I went to Tommy Biggs and talked to Tommy and found out if it would be okay if I did the job. And I've never had anything but support from Tommy and Ashley and Billy and their families, and they allowed me to do that. If it hadn't been for the Board of County Commissioners in the past and in the present, I never would have been able to have done it. Now, you laugh about having an office now, but we started off with a $4,500 a year budget. My salary was $250 a month. Alan South told me I was crazy to work for $250 a month. Just because he does. But you know, the Lord has a plan for all of us, and without Him, you can't do anything. I don't care who you are or how big you think you are, you can't do it without the help of the Lord. He's directed me in everything I've ever done, but when you've got the kind of support that I have from the county commissioners, from the Beggs family, from the municipalities, Greenville, Lee, Madison, the power companies, Tri-County Electric, Eddie's group, Florida Power used to be, Progress Energy now, the school system, the constitutional officers. When you've got those people backing you, you can't do anything but succeed. We work good with the local agencies. We work good with the health department, with Kim and her group. You couldn't ask for a better group to work with. When everybody's doing their job, and you leave them alone and let them do their jobs, then it'll turn out good. And I can tell you, we faced any kind of a disaster or an emergency. If you will name one, I'll tell you when it happened here. We didn't have a tsunami. That's the only thing we had. We had 2 earthquakes that we didn't even know we'd had, and the National Weather Service called me up and told me we'd had one. I said, well, I'll take your word. I didn't know it, but it didn't even move anything around here, but we did have some. But we were so fortunate to get this EOC, because I don't believe that you'll ever get another one. Money's too tight. Grants are drying up, and it's just hard to do. We had a lot of help getting the grants to get this building through contacts that we had made by going to meetings and talking to people and working with them. The school system here, we worked through. We had to evacuate football games. We had thunderstorms coming in with lightning. We afraid people would be killed. We got to wonder about the roads. What kind of roads, the condition of the roads going to be in for the school buses. You can't imagine the problems that come up. But you always keep your eyes on the Lord, and He'll direct you in the right direction. But I do want to thank, I can't thank everybody in the world because I'd forget somebody, but I appreciate everybody that had anything to do with emergency management. Vicki Brown, I ran it by myself to the best of my ability from 91 to 95, and then Vicki came online with the grants program. Joe Myers is the man that got the grants program going. We went from no money to Santa Claus. These people will tell you, we had flooding in the late 90s. The road department didn't even have a camera. We went out and bought them a digital camera. We bought breathing apparatuses for the volunteer fire departments. We bought generators and chainsaws and everything. Every time that we needed something, I'd get on the phone, call up the area coordinator and ask him, could I buy it? He'd say yes. How can you fail when you have that kind of cooperation? But in the prison, they have worked so hard to help us. And I don't know what we'd do without the prison here. They employ so many people, and when you got a disaster going on, they're cleaning things up for you. And I hope I hadn't left somebody out, but you don't know what this means to me. This just really humbles me down flat on the ground. But so appreciate that. I appreciate my family coming today. My lovely wife has been with me every step of the way. She's never let me down, been right there with me. My family the same way, and my friends. I'm so blessed to have the friends that I have. But you know, God bless each and every one of you, and thank you for coming today.